Good morning, willkommen. We're doing something untypical to Israelis. We're going to start on time. And that's not Israeli, but we will start. So, shalom everyone, ברוכים הבאים, willkommen. I'm very happy to welcome our distinguished guests from Austria, as well as so many Krimelaim. Krimelaim is the way we call us, the people who crossed the Bקרימל pass, who have gathered here today from all over the country to pay their respect to Ernst Loeschner, who passed away unexpectedly 4 months ago. This event, by the way, is rather intimate. Whoever is here knows Ernst. So it's very important for us to be here. Today's event will be mostly in English, as we are hosting Lisa and Vivienne, Ernst Loeschner daughters, as well as some distinguished guests from the Austrian embassy, although I know that you speak Hebrew, but still, English is, I guess, better. My name is Isgal. Most of you know me, but for those of you who don't, my mother, Bella Klein, a Holocaust survivor from Lithuania, joined the Bericha in Saalfelden and was stationed there from 1946 to 1948. My father, he was born here in Tel Aviv, and he was sent by the Haganah to work as a teacher in Saalfelden. Well, as you can guess, they met, fell in love, and even got married in Saalfelden's dining room, and the rest is history. At least our family history. Now, before we continue with our itinerary, please turn off all cell phone, other beeping devices. It will be really nicely appreciated. And now, I'm very honored to invite the first speaker to the stage. Please welcome Dr. Miri Nehari, founder and chairperson of Bericha Legacy Association.
נשתדל. אז I'm very glad to see all of you here with us today. אני אחזור על הדברים העיקריים. And I welcome Ms. Gabriele Gehl-Feigl, Deputy Ambassador of the Austrian Embassy in Israel, Mr. Dan Ashbel, former Israeli Ambassador to Austria, Mr. Mordechai Rudgold, also former Israeli Ambassador to Israel, Lisa and Vivian, Dr. Ernst Loeschner's daughters, who came to us especially for this event. The Krimelians, that's us, and friends. This is an emotional gathering. Many of us knew Ernst, loved and respected him. מניתי את האנשים המכובדים שישנם, זה נפל לי מגבוה, שישנם כאן היום, ביניהם סגנית השגריר האוסטרי בישראל ושני שגרירים לשעבר ישראלים באוסטריה. First, I want to remind us that this year, 2025, marks 80 years to the beginning of the Bericha movement. The Bקרימל Pass was part of the Bericha of the survivors' journey to Israel. They were refugees with many losses, no family, no home, no country, not even friends, in grief, not knowing what will happen tomorrow. But they did have a dream of a country they knew they will have to fight for, but it will be theirs. Times now in Israel are not easy, and in many ways echo the times of the Bericha. את המשפחות השכולות, אנחנו שולחים ברכות רפואה שלמה לפצועים ואהבה, אנחנו שולחים מכאן אהבה לחיילים הלוחמים. אני בטוחה, I'm sure we'll have a very interesting and emotional morning. תודה רבה.
Our next speaker represents the Austrian embassy, and I'm honored to invite Miss Gabriele Gil Feigl to the stage to
Where's the birthday child? Dear ambassadors Ashbel and Rothgold, dear Miss Grossman and Miss Loeschner, Lowood, dear ladies and gentlemen, you are the Krimlers, I heard and I learned today. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm honored and excited. It is a great honor for me to speak today on behalf of the Austrian Embassy, Tel Aviv, at the annual conference of the Pthichah Legacy Association, dedicated this year to commemorating Dr. Ernst Loeschner. Dr. Ernst Loeschner, who passed away in December 2024, left an enduring mark with his tireless effort to preserve the memory of the Jewish escape route that thousands took after 1945. As the founder of the organization Alpine Peace Crossing, he made an invaluable contribution to keeping this vital chapter of history alive. The Pthichah Legacy Association in Israel and the Alpine Peace Crossing, APC in short, in Austria, are connected through their shared commitment to commemorating the Jewish refugees' escape route across the Krimler Tauern after World War II. This route, which served as a path to freedom and security, is kept alive through Alpine Peace Crossing's annual commemorative event, allowing us all to reflect on the courage and the resilience of those who undertook this journey. Dr. Loeschner understood how to transform the tragedies of the past into a meaningful dialogue about the future. Through the annual commemoration hikes, he created a space for exchange and reflection that at the same time honors the history of the escape and preserves its memory. Dr. Ernst Loeschner's legacy endures in the people who remain committed to history and memory, and in the work of Alpine Peace Crossing and in the communities he brought together. In this spirit, I would like to thank Pthichah Legacy Association for their crucial role in keeping alive the stories of those who risked everything to escape, ensuring that their legacy continues to teach future generations. And I also want to thank Pthichah for the organization of today's event in memory of Dr. Ernst Loeschner. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to acknowledge that far too long Austria saw itself merely as a victim of National Socialism. We avoided acknowledging our historic responsibility. Today, we fully accept this responsibility, and it is by no means restricted to the past. Taking responsibilities means taking decisive, consistent actions against all forms of anti-Semitism, now and in the future. Living up to this responsibility is more crucial than ever particularly now after the atrocities of October 7, and in light of the alarming resurgence of anti-Semitism worldwide, including in Austria. Only when Jews all over the world can live in safety and freedom, can never forget, truly become never again. I want to assure you that Austria is firmly committed to acknowledging and fulfilling its historic responsibility through concrete actions, countering Holocaust denial, combating anti-Semitism in all its forms, and protecting and fostering Jewish life in Austria and across Europe. Our responsibility also means that we take special care of our relationship with the State of Israel and support its security. Today, Austria's relations with Israel are grounded in strong friendship, trust, strategic partnership, and above all, in shared values and principles. Following the massacres of October 7, the largest massacre of Jews since the Holocaust, Austria has stood and continues to stand in full solidarity with Israel. In this spirit, we hope and we call for an end to the war, and most importantly and most urgently, we call for the return of all remaining hostages. We want to see all the hostages back home, and we want to see Israel and its people live in peace, security, and prosperity. Thank you very much.
And now we have another distinguished diplomatic speaker. Please welcome Dana Shbel to the stage. And Dana Shbel is the former Israeli ambassador to Vienna, who in 2007 put out a call on Yaron Enosh, המדור לחיפוש קרובים, if you remember, a radio program, which led to the establishment of the first Israeli group to participate in the Alpine Peace Crossing. So, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Gal. I thought you will tell the whole story, so I will be redundant. Good morning to everyone, and welcome here, especially Lisa and Vivian. I'm happy to see you, because I served in Austria twice, so I knew him. I knew some things. And here comes this guy, Dr. Ernst Loeschner, and says, you know, I want to do an event, but I don't know exactly how I can reach out to people. I said, what is the event? So he told me about the way. You all know it. Some of you did it all the way. Mordechai, if I'm not mistaken, you did it all the way or only partly?
I did it with my wife's CD.
And Talia, his predecessor as ambassador, did it all the way. I did not. And he told me, I want to reach out to people. Now, look, we are all now with these things, and we believe that they always existed, and you can create connections, and there is Instagram, Facebook is for all people like myself, and all the other methods. But in 2007, what do you do in order to reach out to people? So I immediately thought about Yaron Enosh's program, which was broadcast on Friday afternoon on Israeli radio. And again, radio was different than it is now. My children don't listen to the radio. They have all in this small box. Why do you have to listen to the radio? But Friday afternoon was a good time. And I didn't promise him anything because I didn't know if it will work. And then I contacted Yaron Enosh and told him, look, this and this is the story. Can I speak at your program? And he said, yes, definitely. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I spoke twice, or at least it was broadcast twice. And this was the beginning of a creation of a group that came to Austria, was naturally welcomed by Ernst Loeschner. He was so excited about the fact, I don't remember the exact number, I think somewhere around 15 people came from Israel, maybe a bit less or more. And he was so excited about the fact that there will be people walking this track. Some of them even did it in the past. Some of them who are also, or one, at least one of them who is present here, did it unknowingly, right, Lily? You were present at the past, but you didn't see anything, not at that time. And I believe, and this is really the chance that created something that, from my point of view, is of great importance. I had some discussions with Ernst, who, and I allow myself to call him Ernst and not Dr. Loeschner, because he, apart from one time when he met me in the middle of the night, we were, my wife and I, in Vienna, walking around the area between the Zacher and the opera, and suddenly somebody shouts from the darkness somewhere there, Herr Botschafter! Mr. Ambassador, it was Ernst, who saw us from afar. But apart from that, he always called people by their first name. And but I think he really created something that has many levels of importance. One is, first of all, this is an initiative that did not come from above. It did not come from governments. It did not come from major organizations. It is what we call today a grassroots initiative. And this is why it's so important, because it touches the people. It is not some kind of a directive coming from some kind of a ministry or embassy or something like this. It is a grassroots project. And it brought together people from different countries, and it developed into an annual project that is wonderful because it is dedicated to the suffering of people, especially dedicated to the memory of the Shoah and those who survived it, and by now also dedicating it to the suffering of refugees in other parts of the world. And I believe in this, Ernst Loeschner did a wonderful project that is going on for many years now, and I'm sure with your help and with the help, and I heard when we talked this morning, children are coming and children of children are coming and grandchildren are coming, and by word of mouth this project is proceeding, and all of it thanks all of us here. Thank you and your late father and your mother, who was active there as well, I still remember. And thank you for coming here. Thank you for being with us. And let us all hope that we will only be dealing with memories and not with the difficulties that we're experiencing here every day in the last year and a half. And let's all use this opportunity to ask whoever is responsible to do the utmost in order to bring our abducted people who are in Gaza back home. Thank you very much.
חברים, אני אתמצת את מה שסיפר דן, למי שפחות עקב אחרי הדברים. אז דן בעצם סיפר איך התחיל כל הפרויקט הזה, והוא היה מאוד מעורב בזה. הוא היה שגריר ישראל בווינה, וארנסט התקשר אליו איזה יום. אתם יודעים, אמרו לו בנקאי רוצה לדבר איתו, ובתור שגריר, בוא נגיד, הוא לא בדיוק עובד עם בנקאים, אבל הוא התעקש, הם נפגשו, וארנסט סיפר לו בקיצור על הפרויקט, על הפריחה, וביקש שהוא יעזור לו למצוא ישראלים. עכשיו, מאיפה שגריר באוסטריה ימצא ישראלים בארץ? אז הוא באמת דיבר בתוכנית המדור לחיפוש קרובים של ירון אנוש, ששידרו פעם בימי שישי אחרי הצהריים, ומסתבר שבזמנו אנשים באמת הקשיבו לתוכניות האלה. אני יכולה להעיד כי אבא שלי הקשיב, וגם יש פה עוד כמה אנשים שעוד אנחנו נזכיר יותר מאוחר שהקשיבו, וכך בעצם נולדה הקבוצה הזאת שנסעה ב-2007 לאוסטריה, ושאר הדברים היו באמת קצת על התקופה של היום שהיא לא מדהימה, אבל אנחנו נהיה אופטימיים. So now to a very, very special and honored guest, Lisa and Vivienne, Ernst Leshner's daughters. I think that some of you already met them, and if not, then you will see them now. They arrived last night to Israel, especially to participate in our event. So, please, Lisa and Vivienne,
Hello. Hello, everybody. We're so honored to be here and so happy we came. It's so wonderful to meet so many people who loved our father and share so many memories with him. And it's also beautiful to experience this different side of him, because this was not our family, this was his project, and it makes us feel very connected to you and also to him. He built so many deep ties and so many friendships. This is really what we are feeling here. And I can just
very honored that we're invited here, and I can feel a lot of love in the room and a lot of appreciation for our father, and it's very touching for us to feel that he had so many wonderful friends, and and I feel this connects us and makes us connected and remembering and having Ernst right here in the middle of us, how he managed to spread love. And so we're very happy to be here and to feel this with you. Thank you.
Thank you, תודה, ליסה and ויויאן. כמו שהבנתם, אלה הבנות של ארנסט, והם סיפרו שהן מאוד מתרגשות להיות איתנו, עם אנשים שמאוד מאוד אוהבים את ארנסט ומעריכים את הפעילות שלו, ואני שמחה שאומנם במקרה מצער הם הגיעו אלינו, אבל אני שמחה שהם באו. רגע, תעצור, שנייה, תעצור. זהו. Okay, so we have one more speaker, and actually two, Antonia and Jacob, who represent the Alpine Peace Crossing team.
Dear friends of Ernst, dear friends of APC, we are Antonia and Jakob from APC. We are sorry that we couldn't make it to Israel for the ceremony, but we tried to find a few words about our beloved and late friend, Ernst.
It is with heavy hearts that we gather today to say farewell to an extraordinary person, our honorary president and our friend, Ernst Loeschner. Ernst was not only the founder of Alpine Peace Crossing, but also the driving force behind our mission, to build bridges, to keep history alive, and to fight for a better world. Many of us, many of you, have walked alongside Ernst, crossing the Brekrimler Tower. All of you who knew him knew that he walked his path with unbelievable energy, enthusiasm, kindness, and unwavering belief in justice.
His humanity, commitment, and belief that remembrance is a responsibility inspired us all. He knew that history carries an obligation to stand up for justice and those in need. He dedicated his last years to ensuring that the lessons of history would not be forgotten, and that the voices of those who suffered persecution and displacement would be heard. Because of him, the flight route over the Brekrimler Tower is not just a historical memory, but a living monument to solidarity.
Ernst brought together people from all walks of life, Holocaust survivors and their descendants, refugees of today, scholars, politicians, activists, and ordinary citizens who walked his path with him. We feel deep gratitude for everything he created. Though he is no longer with us, his spirit will live on. In every step we take in his name, in every project we continue in his legacy, and in every moment we stand up for a better world, just as Ernst always did.
Today we honor him not only with sorrow, but with immense appreciation and respect. His vision remains our mission, and so we promise to carry on the work of Alpine Peace Crossing in his spirit, with the same courage, the same passion, and the same belief in a world where humanity prevails above all.
Dear Ernst, we will never forget you. Your life's work lives on in us. And dear friends in Israel, we send to you greetings and love from Salzburg, Austria.